But shouldn't we have already had the Winter Boo lockdown already?
We should have.
This is actually the New Year's. This New Year's Boo edition.
New Year's Boo edition, yeah, because we need that mistletoe flow, the champagne toast, kissing flow.
I've only did one mistletoe kiss.
I've never.
This ever in your life or this season?
Not even happened yet, you know, or this season. Ever in life.
I've never.
I've never either.
I've never. And you know what? I'm kind of used to being dolo for Christmas, dolo for the holidays. Because that's usually when folks start acting up anyway. They don't want to get that Christmas gift.
That's right.
They start showing their ass.
That's right.
Full time.
Huh?
Says the man.
What?
Says the man.
You got 2 weeks. You break up with them, you know, at most.
Well, I don't play. Well, I'm one of them who like end all contact at the end of the year. Oh. So like, if I know there's one person I'm going to cut off, like on the 31st, I just like I don't. I'm like we're not exchanging gifts.
Well, you would really want to bring in a new year with somebody that you're not really feeling anyway.
Yeah.
Because
that's why I never have a Valentine's date. Never. Because I always cut people off at the end of the year. And who you going to meet and find?
Well, why do you cut them off at the end of the year?
Because I don't know. Just start fresh, man. Like you just dead weight all year. Like just start fresh.
You ain't do nothing since January. You ain't do nothing since January.
I know, it's like,
oh, nah, you ain't do nothing.
It's just easier that way to just say, I'd be like, I'm going into the new year without
break.
You. That's it.
I hear you.
Yeah. I feel that. I mean, I usually don't do that.
You don't do that. Why not? You should do that.
You know you're just let me love you right
now. All right.
Well, I haven't got my
You're listening to the smooth seductress of WBMB, Miss Cole.
WBMB 87.9 The Biz, the one and only Miss Coco Love on the Coco Love Chronicles. Thank you so much for checking me out. Hit us up on Twitter. I am Miss Coco Love. We have MB the Remix.
Yep.
And Ev the Celeb in the building.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this whole thing with the bitch is the new black.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
All right. All right.
Helena Andrews, the successful black woman who wrote this book now, it's actually going to be a movie or whatever.
All right.
And so you said that you wrote something in regards to that about successful black women not being able to find a mate. Now, you know, it's, to counter that, this other blogger is called Big Butt and a Smile, but I think she's also Brown Sugar.
Ooh.
Okay. And she wrote something about the successful black woman. Now, she was saying, are they even cute? Because these women always get on their high horse. I got this, I got my PhD and my doctorate, and I'm getting money, and blah, 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 blah. But are you even cute? Was the question. Like, you may talk about all these things that you have, but what about you being cute? Now, you want this successful man who may be doing right, who may be looking good, but then you come in here, not scallywagging, but you bought everything that made you look the way you look.
Okay.
Rather than it come natural. Okay. So that was the counter argument to the successful black woman thing. So what is your take? Because you said that you wrote something about that.
Well, I just think, well, in regard, like, that's totally different than what I wrote about. But in regards to that, in regards to that, it's completely different because you can't. It's a double standard because an ugly, successful man will have the baddest chick on his arm that you will ever see.
Even a broke, ugly dude will have the baddest.
For real?
Well, maybe,
no.
Well, maybe not the baddest, but he'll have some chick. He'll have some chick.
Well,
maybe not bad.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like?
I'm just saying.
She looking at me like, well, you know, since we have one right now, we can do a case study. So broke, ugly mother, how do you get?
You know.
God damn. I was just trying to be quiet.
I didn't even say whatever.
No, but I'm just gonna be quiet.
Man, I'm just saying. No, I'm.
No, but you're right because there will be some.
Yeah, like look at Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Come on now, that one piece of hair that he just got just be flying. If he didn't have all that money, he would not have all them chicks that he had. Like his wife is gorgeous. Yeah. Come on now.
He did. Those are business deals, though. He treated them as business deals. He took
Either way, you have the opportunity to have a business deal.
Yeah.
My brother from another.
All women of that caliber does it.
Sean Mizalcom.
Sean Mizalcom, a.k.a. TJ Profile.
All right, so finish your thought.
Okay, yeah. So I just think it's definitely a double standard. Like you can't be a rich woman and not be fly and get a man. I don't see it happening unless you're not
Especially
if you get one, you might not keep one though.
Especially if you want a black man.
Yeah, especially if you want a black man.
If that black man now I don't want to generalize and say all black men feel this way, but most of the time that's the case. If you're a successful black woman, and if you're not a confident black man and you're not doing what you quote unquote think you need to do, you're not going to want to deal with that successful black woman because you think, as some of you black men think, that she's going to
You better not look over here. What do we think?
No, that she's going to make him feel bad about himself, make him want to. He's not going to want to do better because she's going to do everything for him, and this is what he's thinking.
She's not going to let him be a man.
And that's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. Some women can have money and still know their role in the house.
And want to take care of their man.
Y'all just intimidated. Y'all just like, come on.
Well, not intimidation.
Then
why isn't it? What is it? Yeah, please explain to me what it is.
I don't think it's intimidation. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't think it's an intimidation thing where, like, a black dude is not going to go out with a strong black woman because of whatever. Sometimes black women come, like, if you meet a black woman, right, and the first thing that she brings to the table is, y'all men don't know how to do this, and why can't a man do this, and people like that. I know that's some, but I'm only talking about those because we're talking about those ones who are single and do have, I guess, these issues finding men, because I think the ones that don't find mates who are like, yo, she's really cool and down to earth.
Well, no, you know what I mean? That wasn't even like the statistics are telling us that if you have the higher your education as a black woman, the less likely you are to find a man. And get married, and that has nothing to do. I don't think that has anything to do with personality traits, because that says that every black woman with a bachelor's degree acts a certain way.
And that's not.
I'm joking.
Don't know.
But seriously.
I mean, Ev the Celeb has her master's.
Yes, I have a master's.
Okay, it's like this. Well, she has a great personality. It's like this. And what was it?
You just stuck that in there.
Just rub the palm of her hand on the side.
Hey.
If you what was it? Invisible Man. They were saying once you get knowledge, like, you're corrupted in a sense because you're not living in that like dream world state. You have to look at also the statistics of like black men who are getting degrees and whatnot, and then you also have to look at certain black women when they do get their masters. They might say, you know what? Well, I got my masters.
Maybe you should get yours, and I can't deal with you unless you do better.